on in California, a little bit of a holding pattern. So we'll give a few moments here for the room to fill up, and then we'll hop into, again, our topic is going to be California cannabis taxes and how this is working out with a new assembly bill that was signed by the governor. So I'll give me 5 seconds here, let more people jump in. You can see the numbers jumping. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and just hop right in. So Governor Newsom actually signed Assembly Bill 1872, which pretty much means no state tax increases for the cannabis industry during 2021, right? So we're going to be in a holding pattern for taxes. And again, this bill, Assembly Bill 1872, is going to guarantee that there'll be no state level cannabis tax increases throughout 2021. So beginning January 2021, the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration, the CDTFA, they cannot raise the cultivation tax, and they cannot, change the wholesale markup rate for the excise tax. So if you saw some of our videos from prior in the beginning of this year, and actually around June, when they redid this, is that the the excise tax, the markup went from 60 to 80%. So that's a 33% increase in tax revenue. So that's a big, big jump in the base, and more cities are coming online in California. So this is great, holding pattern, no state level increases on your taxes. And, the state has seen record amounts of taxes being collected this year from the legal cannabis market. And as demand goes up, the tax revenue is going up. As we spoke with Fiona Ma previously, was maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks ago during our August update of the month, we talked about a lot of the ideas that, hey, it's being overtaxed. Cannabis is being overtaxed. It's pushing consumers either away from the legal market or not allowing them the space to jump in, and their money doesn't go as far, right? The most important people in cannabis are the consumers, right? If there's no consumers, there's no industry for this. So how do we bring more consumers to come into the industry? Now, don't forget that this is only state taxes, okay? This is only state taxes. It does not stop your city from raising taxes on you or adding additional taxes onto your cannabis business. So just be thoughtful. This is only one aspect of it. Now, a few tips on taxes while we're talking about taxes. Make sure that you're allocating cash from every single transaction, whether you're a retailer, manufacturer, cultivator, whatever it's going to be. Make sure every transaction, if it's taxable to some extent in whatever way, you're allocating that cash to its own bank account or to its own safe or to a bank bag or something. You do not want to use your tax money as operating capital. It's a big, big no-no, and it's very, very easy, especially as a distributor, collecting, 35% or big amount of excise tax here. It was like 27%, I guess, pretty much of the wholesale price. That's a lot of money. You can seem like you're cash rich and you're going to go ahead and make all these decisions and pop here and out. That's not the way to do it. Make sure you're allocating that cash somewhere else, okay? Also, second here, for deliveries, if you are not calculating your sales tax properly, especially in the state of California, with California, they have destination and origin calculation rates for your sales tax. So make sure you're calculating that properly. We're getting to that 3-year threshold where now the government in the state of California understands there's a lot of potential liability. They might go on fishing expeditions and really see how hard they can press on this sales tax issue. So if you're not prepared, you don't have records, it can be a big, big mess, and your 2021 is going to be pretty tough. So be thoughtful on, are you calculating these properly? And if you're not in California, are you still calculating your sales tax properly and earmarking it and paying it quarterly or biannually or annually, whenever your schedule is going to be? And the last one I want to put out here is that document. We're coming to the point now where regulators at all levels know that there is a good amount of tax liability that's not being calculated and remitted by the cannabis industry, right? There was the Inspector General report that came out this year. They were talking about how there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars being left on the table by the IRS for a few reasons, not giving proper guidance, but also not enforcing strong enough, right? They know, and they said this in the Inspector General report. I'm not breaking any big news here, aside from what we did prior, but they know where you're located, how much businesses around you are earning, right? So if your dispensary, say the market's 5 years old, right? And they've been collecting data on dispensaries in a 100-mile radius for 5 years, you pop up as a new one and you're 75% below, or you're 40% below. We'll say, let's do 30 or 40% below everybody else. You kind of stick out like a sore thumb. So they're going to see, hey, maybe you're just a terrible operator, or maybe you're diverting cash and not paying taxes on it. So what you really want to do is you want to document your business of all the transactions, all the cash transactions, you have proper cash logs, make sure that you have invoices, pictures, receipts, notes, anything, and keep this in a digital storage locker, on Dropbox, Google Drive, anywhere you can keep this. You don't want your place burning down and we have no documents to reconstruct our financial records when it comes to an audit, right? These are the types of things that you have to think about. And if you don't want to think about them, then hire a professional like Green Growth CPAs or any other firm that you trust to help you with these processes, to help you with these standard operating procedures so that you can actually make sure that, hey, when a potentially treacherous time comes with regulators, you're prepared, right? Audits are not a problem if you're prepared. It just kind of becomes a headache and a pain in your side, but having the records is very, very helpful. And, you work very, very hard for your money, and it's hard to be in the cannabis industry being a pioneer, especially in places where they don't want you to be, right? 2/3 of the California municipalities prohibit cannabis. So you may not be able to really take advantage and be, part of the community. So make sure that you working hard, documenting your processes, and having a tax strategy and planning for it, right? It's very easy to let things get away from you, and then by the end of the year, you owe $470,000 in taxes. With some proper planning, you could potentially reduce that by $100,000 or $200,000, depending on what you're doing throughout the year and how you allocate your money, how you're allocating your indirect expenses to COGS. There's a lot of cool ways and proven methods to mitigate the impact of 280E while optimizing and priming up those margins, right? Everybody loves more margins, but you don't love giving those gross margins away to taxes, right? We really want to do the best we can to preserve that capital for the owners of the business. Now, if you have any questions about cannabis business taxes, then please reach out to us. Go to our website, greengrowthcpas.com. Click on the Get Started button in the top right corner. See how we can help you out. Chat with our team. Right? You don't know until you know. And there are things you don't know that you don't know. And I can explain a lot of things on the channel here and on these videos, but sometimes it just takes 20 minutes of sitting down, chatting with our team, opening your eyes to what's really possible for your cannabis business, taking you from a good position to a great tax position. So hopefully we can help you out with that. So again, visit our website, greengrowthcpas.com, or give us a call at 800-674-9050. We can walk you through this process. So hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any comments or thoughts around the taxes for cannabis, I know they're crazy, they're high, but anything else you want to discuss, drop those in the comments below. We'd love to see your discussion and what we can help you out with and help you to better understand. So again, thank you. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.